Yo, what is up, fam? It's your boy Legend, and I am back with another video. You already know what this is just by looking at the thumbnail. Now, I know that I am a bit late. You guys probably expected this video to drop just a little bit sooner, a few hours sooner. But I was just looking to see how I actually wanted to get this video done. I'm going to be trying something just a tiny bit different. So let me know if you guys like what I did in the comment section down below. Like goal for this video, we gonna go for 5 likes since I haven't really been uploading all that consistently. But without further ado, let's just get into this intro so we can start this video. Alright guys, just a quick recap before we get into the what if on what happened last video. Basically Rainier, Naruto's girlfriend, she was basically telling Naruto how she had a mission to basically spy and pretend to be Issei's girlfriend, and basically if he turned out to be a threat, she was going to kill him. Naruto basically told her that it was pointless because it would make no sense to kill him, because he was able to sense the amount of evil and goodness in someone's heart, and Issei was just a pervert with literally no evil in his heart. So basically Rainier basically followed what Naruto told her to do instead of what she was told to do by her superiors, and Kakebyo ended up not liking that, and Kakebyo basically kidnapped her in the middle of the night while Sasuke was basically on his date with Tsubaki. So let's get into this what if. Rainier was currently being held hostage in the old abandoned church. She was in the basement strapped down to a chair, and like Kakebyo said he would do, he made an example out of her in front of everyone. She was practically in the nude, and her blood caked her entire body with open wounds all over her, along with light burns. Her hair was also matted down with sweat all over her body. She even had a black eye and a few other bruises covering her face and body. She even had bundles and clumps of her feathers ripped out and a fractured wing. All in all, Rainier did not look good at all. Do you see, Rainier? This is what happens when you disobey your superiors. You had a simple task, and you chose not to do it. And then, in order for you to earn my forgiveness, I tell you to kill that pathetic boy toy of yours. But what did you tell me? Rainier chose not to answer, and Kakebyo backhanded her across the face, causing her neck to whip around with a painful crack, causing Rainier to sob. Answer the damn question, Rainier. Kakebyo growled into her ear, sending a shiver up her spine. Rainier reluctantly repeated what she had said 6 hours ago, with sobs and hiccups racking her voice. I said, fuck you. That so-called boy toy is more important to me than the entire faction that claims to be my family. And then I spit in your face. All the other fallen and exorcists looked at Rainier with disgust, all except for a small handful of them. Kakebyo smiled his wicked grin and stooped down in front of Rainier and looked her in the eyes. Good. Now that you remember, this is your last offer. Go kill that vile boy toy of yours, and you will have my forgiveness. But if you refuse, then I will send my men to go and find him, torture him, rape you in front of him, and then kill him, and then I will kill you. The choice is yours. Rainier cried, and it was a genuine, hopeless cry of pain, love, and hopelessness. As she cried, she spoke through gritted teeth. Fine. I'll do it, okay? I'll do it. Just let me wash myself first. Kakabio smiled as he walked behind the broken woman and kneeled down to whisper into her ear. Good little girl. I expect good things from you. Kakabio then cut her binds and kicked her out of the chair. Now go and have some dignity and clean yourself up. With that, Kakabio and the rest of his followers left her there. He just left her there, not even offering Rainier any help to stand. Back with Naruto. The blonde shinobi was currently pacing around his house as Sasuke and Kawiner sat on the couch together. Naruto was worried about his girlfriend because she should have been back to the house over 5 hours ago. Yet, she wasn't here. Sasuke wasn't too worried. And the same could be said for Kawiner. Kawiner tried to rationalize why Rainier wasn't here, saying that she could be staying at the Grigori. But Naruto just didn't feel right. There was just this dark pit in his stomach. As a shinobi, Naruto was used to following his instincts and his gut. So that's what he was going to do. He was going to look for his girlfriend and make sure that she was safe, even if he had to go alone. The moment Naruto opened the door, it was the same moment that Rainier went to knock on the door. When Naruto opened the door and saw Rainier, he was beyond shocked when he saw the state that she was in. He was so shocked that he didn't even realize or know when he got mad. Oh my god, Rainier, what happened? Naruto grabbed his girlfriend and picked her up and held her as if she was fragile and carried her inside, making his way towards the bathroom. All the while, Naruto ignored her weak pleas to stop and saying that she was fine. Once Naruto got her to the bathroom, he sat her down on the toilet seat and slammed the door behind him. Naruto immediately got the first aid kit from under the counter and began to question his woman. Ray, what happened to you? Rainier remained silent as Naruto approached her and grabbed the hem of her shirt before lifting it up and off of her, revealing the many bruises and cuts that were on her body. Dear God, whoever did this to you is going to die. Naruto took a deep breath and kneeled down with a cotton swab and alcohol in his hands. This might sting a bit. Naruto put the alcohol swab onto her injuries, but the wounds, which were pretty much gaseous, just kept slowly leaking blood. Naruto was now getting frustrated because he wanted to do nothing but take the pain and hurt away from Rainier, but he didn't want to make things worse than they were by moving her. Naruto punched a hole into the bathroom door. Fuck! Who would do such a thing? Naruto took another breath, trying to calm himself. Kawiner was currently worried for her friend. She didn't know what had happened to her, and she was a little scared that the same would end up happening to her eventually. Naruto gently picked Rainier up and carried her towards the bedroom as she hissed in pain. Naruto felt bad that he was unintentionally causing her pain, but he needed to get her someplace where she could lay down. Naruto placed her on the bed and gently removed her pants as she groaned. When she was down to nothing but her bra and panties, Naruto laid down with her and held her to his chest. As he transformed into his Sage of Six Paths mode, his aura then started to surround Rainier, and her shaking and pain groans slowly stopped as a wave of comfort and calmness fell over her. The feeling she felt was like being in the presence of her creator, on top of being on cloud 9. The feeling was just one of a kind. Rainier slowly began to fall asleep, not noticing that all of her wounds were starting to close up slowly. The feeling was so nice that Rainier didn't even know that she was starting to fall asleep. All she knew was that the pain was slowly starting to go away. The next morning, Rainier woke up with a gasp as he jumped out of the bed. She looked around the room frantically before remembering that she was in her man's bedroom. She walked out and into the living room to see Naruto sitting on the couch as he sharpened his kunai and shuriken. Suddenly, Naruto stopped what he was doing and turned his head slightly. "How are you feeling, Ray?" Rainier was slightly surprised that he knew that she was there. She didn't even make a sound when she had approached him. "I'm fine, thanks to you. I actually feel more than fine, but I don't even know how that's possible right now." Naruto stood and walked up to her. He took her smaller hands into his own and began to lead her towards the door. "Walk with me." Rainier did what she was told after she put on a tank top and some sweats. As the two walked around the city, Rainier was constantly looking around as if she was expecting someone to come out and cause harm to her, and Naruto instantly noticed it. "Rainier, please, I'm begging you, tell me what happened. Who hurt you? Please, you know you can tell me anything." Even as Naruto begged her, Rainier still didn't want to tell Naruto what happened to her. Naruto was strong, but Kakebu had more than enough men to overwhelm Naruto and kill him. But even so, if Naruto was going to die, she'd rather his blood be on her hands than on Kakebu's. She'd rather kill him and get it over fast than have Naruto be forced to watch her get raped and then be killed along with her. A tear ran down Rainier's face and Naruto stopped as he wiped it away. "Ray, please don't start crying now. As long as I'm here with you, I'm not letting anyone or anything hurt you. I don't care who or what it is. You're mine." Just how that Eve lady was the woman of Adam in the Bible. Rainier couldn't help but laugh at the cheesy but true comment that Naruto just made. He wasn't the type of guy that would use pickup lines. He was the type to just tell you exactly how he felt. And he did it in a unique way that only worked for him. Rainier grabbed Naruto by the nape of his neck and pulled him into a kiss. Naruto wrapped his arms around her waist and returned the kiss, and the two shared the embrace. Rainier formed a light spear in her free hand, and she then drove the spear forward, intending on impaling Naruto through the stomach. But the moment it made contact with his skin, the light spear shattered into thousands of tiny pink particles. Rainier gasped in utter shock as she broke the kiss and took a few steps back. Naruto himself just stood there, only raising an eyebrow as he watched Rainier. He wasn't dumb. He knew what she just tried to do, but it didn't matter to him because he knew there had to be a reason behind her actions. Rainier was so shocked that she didn't even know what to say. How? No human should be strong enough to shatter my light spear by doing nothing. Naruto sighed as he walked up to Rainier. The woman was now terrified, thinking that Naruto was going to try and kill her or something. But when he reached her, all he did was take both of her hands into his. She tried to pull away and run away, but he had a soft but iron grip on her hands. Rainier, calm down. If I wanted to hurt you, I would have done so a long time ago. Rainier slowly began to calm down as she stopped fighting against him. Do you trust me, Ray? She nodded slowly after swallowing, and Naruto sighed. Good. Naruto touched his forehead to hers and closed his eyes. A few seconds later, he opened his eyes, revealing a toad-like pupil with a slit down the middle of it with an orange sclera. This will feel weird, but it won't hurt because of Sage Mode. Red chakra started to bubble out of Naruto and latch onto Rainier as it covered the both of them. When the two opened their eyes, they were in a sewer system with a giant gate that was wide open. Behind that open gate was a pair of red slitted eyes that were the size of a human body. Kurama stood to his full size as he came out from behind the open gates. So, you finally decided to let your mate meet me, Naruto. Rainier was literally hiding behind Naruto. She was caught completely off guard by what she was seeing. She didn't even know where the two of them were. Ray, please calm yourself. Kurama won't hurt you. This is just his way of greeting people. Kurama let out a booming laugh. That's only when I'm trying to scare people. And the way I see it, your mate deserves it. Kurama glared down at Rainier, sending a fraction of his killing intent at her, which nearly crushed her under the intensity. Calm down, Kurama. Kurama stopped as he turned and retreated a few paces. Kurama, you have a unique gift for imagery. Can you show Rainier all that I've gone through, all the way up until my final fight with Sasuke? Kurama nodded and turned towards Rainier. Come here, woman. Rainier slowly stepped forward and approached Kurama, and he raised one of his hands and poked her in the chest with one of his nails. The moment his nail touched her, she gasped, and her pupils went white as she started to go through a third-person view of Naruto's life. And it all went extremely fast. Flashback. Rainier watched as Naruto walked home alone, his hands in his pockets as he looked down a grassy slope to see a younger Sasuke sitting by a lake, alone, after the Uchiha massacre. Sometime later, she watched as Iruka jumped in front of a giant demon wind shuriken to save Naruto's life, as he explained why he treated and acted so harshly towards Naruto. She also watched her man come back not even 10 minutes later and create over 1,000 clones of himself and beat the hell out of the traitor Mizuki and earn his forehead protector that he always had on. She then watched as Naruto fought against Gaara and the one-tailed Biju just so he could save his village, Sasuke, and his first crush, Sakura, who Rainier did not like at all because she was always a bitch to him. But that's besides the point. She then saw Naruto attending the third Hokage's funeral. She then saw Naruto and Sasuke fighting each other on the roof of a hospital. With each memory that she watched, Rhaenyra could feel each feeling exactly how Naruto felt them in that moment. The next major memory that she saw was the Sasuke retrieval mission, and it made her cry. The amount of emotions that was flying throughout that 6-hour period was too much for her. It was sadness, fear, determination, uneasiness, paranoia, more fear, rage, happiness, hopelessness, and finally fury. She watched every single detail of that mission. She saw how Naruto and his friends all almost died on that mission. How none of them were physically ready for a mission like that, but mentally they were all titans. She watched as Naruto was completely outclassed by the white-haired guy, even with the power of Kurama backing him. She even watched when Naruto fought Sasuke and was stabbed through the shoulder with a Chidori, prompting her to look away in horror. The next major memory in her eyes was when Tsunade told Naruto that Jiraiya was killed by pain. The memory made her cry, just from the emotions alone. Jiraiya was one of the few parent figures that Naruto had had. Yet, because of his line of work, he was no longer part of his life. She then saw Naruto fighting pain. She couldn't help but watch the fight in fascination, the technique, the skill, the amount of power. It was all on a different level. That was until she saw her man get pinned to the ground with rods through his back. After that, she saw a side of Naruto that she thought didn't exist. That was Naruto in his six-tailed Biju cloak. After she watched Naruto unleash hell upon Pain and talk him down, she witnessed him bring the entire village back to life before he ended up dying. She then saw when Naruto met both of his parents and finally mastered Kurama's chakra. And then she saw the war that he was forced into. She saw how he was fighting shinobi that were once dead but now were brought back as an Edo Tensei. She saw how Naruto and the entire Shinobi Alliance tried to fight against one single man and lost. She was utterly shocked and felt the fear that Naruto felt in that moment when Madara locked onto him with those Crimson Sharingan that can perceive over 100 things in a second. She watched as Naruto worked with the Kage and tried to jump Madara as he slammed a massive Rasengan onto him, but it utterly just did nothing. But that fear that she thought was so palpable when Madara just looked at her through Naruto was amplified tenfold when the man dropped a damn meteor from the sky like it was nothing. He didn't just drop one, he dropped two. The next major memory was when Sasuke showed up at the war, and Naruto had to share his chakra with every single shinobi just so he could attempt to protect everyone. He was even able to share his emotions through the chakra, and she felt the full brunt of it, causing her to cry once more. She then saw Naruto get Kurama ripped out of him by Madara and slowly die. Even though she knew Naruto would be fine, the scene itself sent Rhaenyra into a mental panic. But eventually, she was happy when she saw her man come back more than 4 times his original strength and was now able to go toe to toe with the Six Paths Madara with his friend Sasuke, who also came back 4 times stronger. She watched the two of them put on a masterclass as they tag teamed Madara and showed speed far superior to light. That was until Madara was betrayed by Zetsu, and now the two of them had to fight their greatest ancestor, who turned out to be a fucking god. She watched with bated breath throughout the entire fight, and she even laughed as Naruto resorted to pulling out that perverted ass jutsu. Then the moment came when Naruto and Sasuke had their last fight. Naruto completely outclassed Sasuke during the fight, yet he still held back to not kill Sasuke. Sasuke came with the intent to kill, but Naruto was fighting to restrain. Then the final clash came, and Rainier found out exactly how Sasuke ended up losing his arm. End of flashback. All of that passed within 5 seconds, and Rainier collapsed to her knees in the real world, causing Naruto to help her up. You see? Nothing you can do can hurt me. The only thing that hurts me is when someone hurts the people that I care about. But guys, I'm going to end it off right there. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe while you're at it. Remember the like goal for today's evening, whatever you want to call it. Like goal for the video is 5 likes, so make sure you hit that like button, subscribe while you at it. But without further ado, I am out, and I will see you guys in the next one. God bless.